So that's what I help my clients come up with. And it's really, really powerful stuff because it helps build confidence, first of all, to remember like, oh my gosh, I did get this award, for best salesman of the year, like 5 years ago. I was the highest, salesperson for my company 5 years in a row. And like, those are really important things to bring into a salary negotiating, because that's not only you're bringing in tangible evidence and numbers, so quantitative data, you're also bringing in a subjective point. And so I always love to use sports analogies, but what I want to use is a basketball analogy. So if Kobe Bryant, who's retired now, but if let's say him and Dwight Howard, who's also in the NBA, were both being scouted for a position with a team. Now, both in this case scenario, Kobe Bryant and Dwight Howard both have 18 years in the NBA. Now, this is hypothetical. So they both have the same amount of years in the NBA, but when you look at, maybe even Dwight Howard has 1 title and Kobe Bryant has 5, but then, it's up to the player, or like the employee in this situation, to point out the things that the company may not be considering at the time, because trust me that Kobe Bryant's salary is going to be a lot higher than Dwight Howard. Now, to a lot of us, that's obvious, but if all Kobe Bryant was, put in his application was how many years he's done it, they may be like, well, why do we want to pay you $10 million more a year than Dwight Howard? And Kobe Bryant could then say, well, I led my team to 5 titles when I was with the organization. Out of the 20 years I was there, I was the leading scorer every single year. I was the 2nd leading scorer in the history of the NBA. 2-time MVP. Every year that we won the title, I was the highest scorer on the team. So, he's then getting into more data and facts that are increasing his value and contribution to the organization, right? So the law of differentiation says that the more we could differentiate ourselves from our competition, the less price sensitive people are going to be. So in this case, Kobe Bryant has some really solid stats to back up why, they'd want to pay him $10 million more. How many titles he's led his team to, 2nd all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA behind Michael Jordan. So, that once you factor that in, it's like, okay, well then, do we want to win titles? Price doesn't become as big of a deal. So the same could apply when you're job searching, or negotiating a salary.